Well, here we are again. And we are on, geez, I don't know what it is, 150 streams, close to it. Getting closer and closer to finishing this graphic novel. So we have a hallway here, and I think in the previous video I probably covered this a bit, but regardless, we must push forward. And getting these big backgrounds and stuff like that is a good idea, I think. What are you doing over here? Man, social media knows how to pull me in. Discipline, young buck. Anyway, what's going on in the world? Let's see. Well, I just got back from a wedding, which was a lot of fun. And I was in town, saw some people I was in town. You know, it's good to try to do as much as you can when you're around. And yeah, I was pretty tired. I had to lock the kitten on the outside of the the outside of my bedroom because I could not have her waking me up. So I gave myself ample amount of time to develop, my my brain, I suppose. So I'm pretty exhausted, but nothing's going to get in the way of finishing this gosh forsaken thing because this is going to be available this holiday season. You have no doubt about that. It's very important to me. So this is a wide shot of a little dungeon area in Fortress Shawfridge, and I've done some pretty decent roughs of this, but now I'd like to lay down some lines, give it a little bit more. I think once I light it some more, it'll be all right. I think I do a little too much. Sometimes I draw things for the sake of animation, but in this world you don't do that. You got to get through the panel and get through the scene and move on. But for me, I like getting stuck in the details. It's definitely something I got to overcome. Let's go down here with this. Make sure that these lines are all right for the sake of the architecture. With this door here, we know that from the perspective line, we're going to kind of go in this area. Ooh, is this on? It better be on. Oh, and you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, we are moving forward in the right way, in my opinion. What's in the news? Well, there is the whole situation with P. Diddy. Can't avoid seeing that in the news because the interesting thing is that P. Diddy has done everything he could throughout the last, gosh, what is it, 2-3 decades of his life? Maybe even longer than that. I mean, he's been relevant forever. It's funny that he chose the name Diddy at this point. But I don't really have a lot of opinions about the guy as an individual. I've never thought he was particularly odd, I suppose. I just thought, you know, he's like a larger-than-life kind of guy. I saw a documentary, and he was like, "We're not no regular degulas," and I always like that line. And it's that kind of mentality, I think, that allows you to do exceptional things. You know, you hold yourself to that type of standard. And it's interesting because that comes with a price. But when I look at what they're charging him with, I don't really... Racketeering is a very complex crime. And I don't know anything about that. But outside of that, this may sound terrible, but I haven't really picked up on anything that I thought was substantial. At this point, I mean, I haven't really dove into the case that heavy. But I would say that I assume this guy might actually get an acquittal. Because if you know anything about P. Diddy, which I know very little, and I'd be happy to be humbled, but I do know that he shot somebody in a nightclub once and he got away with it. And he's using the same lawyer. It's this fella named Benjamin Braffman, who's one of the most highly sought after criminal defense attorneys in New York. And he's up there with Jose Baez. Jose Baez is probably the most let's see, let's make sure this is right here. We have to recognize where this wall is over here. I just want to do this just for clarity. I don't know. We might zoom in for someone else. I really don't know. But no. Let's get rid of this. Let's pull this down. This is kind of boring stuff. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if anybody knows the history, but P. Diddy shot somebody in a nightclub. The guy shot somebody in a nightclub and was acquitted. So that's not easy to do. But the barrier, this isn't the same. Like what you need to get to prosecute against somebody for something like that, shooting someone, is much higher threshold. It's kind of interesting. I actually, for the first time, heard of kind of a compelling argument about the acquittal of O.J. Simpson, and basically saying that the prosecution had essentially dropped the ball on it, and that they had a police officer, when asked if they had tampered with evidence, on the stand said he pleaded the fifth, which we, you kind of assume there's no reason to plead the fifth unless you have something to hide. And I didn't know that. I didn't really know a lot about the O.J. Simpson trial, but when I was in school, so this will age me a little bit, but when I was in 5th grade, the teachers took a big old monitor and wheeled it into our classroom, and they had us, we listened to the verdict, and they said this is going to be a big deal historically, so you guys got to watch this. And they were right. And it was, when they said not guilty, it was just kind of like, okay. I didn't have any idea. I didn't know who Juice was or anything like that. So this isn't too bad. I actually think putting these lines here is actually a good idea. Actually, a good idea. I think actually that's a good idea. All right, that's not too bad too. Because if we can get some lines that really do fit well, then we got something to work with here. I'm a racist, earthworm. It just says I'm a racist. I'm a racist. I'm very racist. All right, well, declaring it for all to know. Does that mean you're into racing? All right, let's do this. Rasterize and then merge. Thanks, Fujo Bear. You want to see a little bit of a secret on this? I might as well give you guys the insight on everything. So this is a hallway. Let's take a look at this. I'm a racist. So it just gets a clip of me saying that. Okay, so here we have this hallway here, and it can be edited. That's what we got here. Let's make sure we got this right. Gotta stay organized. So we got this. Well, I'll get back to it. I gotta stay in this drawing because I want to get this done. This is a bigger drawing, so I can't really walk you through it too much today. I just got to get through it. So I want to do something with this floor here that works, and also these doors down here too. So we kind of got these little candles here. I haven't designed them yet, but I think this is probably a good time to do it. They're just these little like charta shaped things. All right, let's go here. There we go. So we got this. And then this one. All right, I'll show you what I'm doing since I'm moving a little slow. So this is a before and after. This is the same hallway. And this is when the fortress falls, essentially. Okay. And then we got walking down. I'm going to have to go through every single chapter today, so it'll be kind of interesting for the stream. Can you guys hear the sound of nature in the background? That's for little Charlie. All right, let's look at what we got going on here. I think this works fine. Do. I guess we don't have to get rid of that right now. But let's get this off, and then we got this, and then this. Okay, so let's get in here. Make sure we got our 5. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. If you guys know anything, you're turning these into 5 minutes. This one's a little bit bigger, but we'll get to the 5 minutes pretty soon. You like the 5 minutes, don't you? Yeah, the 5 minutes are good, but this is going to take longer than 5 minutes. You know what I could do, though? I could split it up and say, let's do the tile floor in 5 minutes. We could do that. Want to do that? I'll do the tile floor for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, we wait. How's the sound? Everything good with sound? Okay. Let's do it. 5 minutes on the tile floor. And spadoosh. Whoops. And here. Oh. Yeah, this is an awkward one. Jeez. Is this going to work? Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Just keep going. Doesn't work either. Ooh, these are rough. Rough. Let's get in here, get these gaps in here. There we go. See, there's little gaps for the grout, you know. We got grout on here. Let's get rid of this one's cracked. Okay. Then we'll go this way. Right, just these little grout spots. Very important. Very important. What do we got here? Oh, we got 2 minutes. Oh, we got Nick Fatua on the line. There you go. There you go. All right, so where are we right here? See, I'm making this middle row a lot fatter. I'm not sure that's the right way to do this, but let's just keep trucking forward. No one's going to judge the tile. They're going to judge the book. That's the one thing you got to keep in mind. The thing that really slows me down in this process is my perfectionism. Alright, so we didn't really... I know the 5-minute exercise here might actually be a really valuable thing because I'm not really sure that this improved this all that much. But here it is nonetheless. We might be better off, honestly, just... Well, I was going to say steal from the other layer and then add more texture to it. Where are we at? Right here. And here. And another one here. I'm actually bleeding off into this now. Here, and here, and here. Oops, that wasn't right. And here, and here. There we go. Boost that mic. Oh, okay. Let's see. Check, check, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Let's see. It's hard to know. Maybe this one? This one might work. Might have to check this. I almost never check the mic. I appreciate it. I never really take the time on this. Where are we at here? Watch meow. Check, check, check 1, 2. Check, check, check 1, 2. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Right. And so what do we got? 25 seconds. In this 25 seconds, let's pull this back a little bit. You know, I don't really know if it was worth it. It kind of wiggles around and stuff like that. And I guess it can kind of work as a guide. Let's see what happens when we drop this. See, that even had a lot of texture to it too. That's all right. So, and we are done with the bricks. Thank you, Mr. Vatu. I appreciate your help. Okay, so the bricks. They're not even bricks. Let's spend 5 minutes on this door, huh? Because this door has been a bit of a bummer for me. And what do we got here? We got this is a set of layers. This is a set of layers. We probably won't even need 5 minutes, but 5 minutes on the door, because this door is where the characters are going. So what we'll do is we'll put a little slide up here, slidle right here where the light will come out. One of these things. And then maybe, you know what really would add to it? Maybe we should put, no, that's fine. You know what? I'm actually going to move to this little light thing here. I think this is going to be more interesting. And then I'll just duplicate these. So we're better off 5 minutes on this. So we'll do this, and we'll go bam, bam, bam. So these are little stone things based off of Charda. Oh, Charda the narcissist. What do you know? And then so maybe what we could do is have candles down here. No one's going to question how they keep getting filled up and stuff like that. That's not how we do this. So maybe we'll have like a light coming out of this, like this. So these are probably made of, I don't know, iron or something. So we got this. Charda sometimes looks like a snake. That's all right, though. All right, so then we would put the fluid in this down this way and kind of come out like this. Maybe have some sort of ball right there. I don't know if that serves anything. There we go. And then let's come down even farther. We probably don't even need 5 minutes on this. Maybe some sort of texturing where it's kind of like there's some craftsmanship or pillowship, if you will. So why don't we put some scales on this just to add some detail. I'm not having a ton of ideas on this, but we'll come in here and then we'll duplicate this across the wall. All right. So actually, I think this is fine. We don't need to keep this. Let's get rid of this. We got the fundamental concept. Let's get in here and get some detail, huh? We got 3 minutes. Let's not waste our time, folks. Let's not waste our godforsaken time. Okay. And we're in here. Bam. Yes. Bam. Rum-pum-pum-pum. We just come in here with scales. Just decorative scales, right? Just makes sense. They, sometimes you see something with some craftsmanship made by hand, or maybe it's not even made by hand, but someone designed it, and you see these textures on it, and you're like, why did they pick that? Well, sometimes that's just the texture they got, So we'll say whoever was fabricating this, maybe they just wanted to put that on there. There would be some deeper meaning if it made more sense about like complementing fire and reptiles, or amphibians rather. But I'm just not coming up with anything right now. Let's see, we'll go all the way down. Actually, let's drop. This line is more of a guide than anything. Maybe we'll, what do we got here? Fangs made of candle. Cool. Oh, I wasn't even thinking of them as fangs. That's a good idea. What do we got? 1 minute and 50 seconds. All right, well, we got to get moving. So let's get these scales in here. Like this. And we'll keep this as a line drawing, and we'll light it later. All right, like this. Kind of come in here like this. What do we got here? Still a minute. All right, come on. Move it on. Keep going. There we go. Not too bad. We're kind of separating them, but that's okay. I guess as it goes down here, you can Kind of widen them out a little bit. How's the music, y'all? Anything good? Can you guys hear the music? Played some music for you. It's not in my ear, though. I guess I could have myself in the ear. Is that the way? Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. It'd make it hard for me to talk. All right, there we go. Sounds great. Thank you. All right, what do we got? 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and let's get in here with a few more tchotchke type things. A little something like this, you know. Maybe something like this. Wah, 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 wah. Anything like in here. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. Cool. So let's see what we got here. So when we zoom out, now remember, this is a whole page. This is just a small little piece of this. And there's a number of these around here. God, see, this timer is so valuable because otherwise I'd be working on that dang thing all night because it's fun. I like doing it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to multiply this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So here's the other thing too. We got to make sure that we respect perspective. Oops. That looks like we got to select it individually. So we'll do something like this and we'll go copy paste and we'll shrink this bad boy down like this. And maybe we'll go down a little bit more. That might work. 1, paste, and then we'll flip it. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I gotta zoom in more. Oops. Boy, oh boy, the updates to actually, let's delete this. Let's start another one there. The updates for Photoshop, I still gotta take the time and learn them. Everyone was so excited to start running to do stuff for AI. And, but also then you have companies who haven't updated anything. Like I heard the new iPhone that's coming out it's not much of an update. So, okay, we got this one and then let's try one more. So let's go separate our guy right here. Gotta hold shift. Gotta hold that shift. And then we can probably put this one right here. All right. So you'd say that they're just different levels. And actually let's put one more right here really close like this to kind of give it something more. And then let's get rid of the old ones, all the outline stuff. Let's see where we at here. We got to merge all these. Merge together. So we got these lines. All right, yeah, we can merge these together. Merge. And let's start deleting some stuff we're not using. Okay, it's on this layer. So this layer needs a nice little cleanup so you guys can see it a little bit better. Let's see what happens. We got this. Clear this up a little bit. This one too. This one. Very good. I would say that this one's suffering a lot. Got to get in here for this. Okay. God. I can't be the only comic artist that keeps just going over his work. It has to be a common thing. And I think that's the reason why a lot of artists don't get to that next level, is they get so caught up in the details and it ends up being so much work that they never really are able to finish it in a timely manner. Or for me, I would say, man, I should put a YouTube video out for this one. Like why, it's so hard to put stuff out. And I would say part of it is, for me, has been that I've actually done many, many projects that most people have never seen, that I got done like 85% of it, and did the really hard stuff and just didn't finish it because I didn't want it to be judged on a public forum. I didn't really want to put it out there or have my identity tied to it or something like that. I had my identity tied up with my potential more than anything. Oh, this is interesting right here. Okay, so let's pull it back. This is not too bad. It's not a bad scene. And here's the other thing too, folks. If we still got people on board, let's bring this up. It's kind of rough. Still a little rough. But it's a hallway nonetheless, using perspective and stuff like that. I don't naturally know perspective. I just kind of academically know perspective. Okay, so then we have this. Now let's put them all together, huh? Let's put them all on the same layer like this. Not too bad. We might... Gosh, I still got to... Oh, that's not going to work. Why is that line in the middle? Nah, did we want that or not? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, and then let's merge these all together. All right, so with this scene, it goes to this. So there's a lot of... in order to, as a device, I'm using what can be considered kind of like a... I don't know if it's like a montage or something like... Nah, it's not a montage. But like, I have environments before the mud gets there and the environments after the mud gets there. And that concept's communicated twice in this story, this formula. So this is excuse me. This is inside of Charda's fortress. And if you look in here, everything's pretty clean. And this is where we'll have the space cats walking through. I don't know exactly what this image is going to have in it or what part of the story I'm using this panel for, which is not the most effective way to do this. So if you're learning from me, please learn from my mistakes. But I do approach this more like animation, and I think it's just because I learned it incorrectly. I never really learned how to make comic books. I've kind of just been winging it. And it's been working because I just have things to say. All right. Oh, that's not a bad one. Here's another one. So this would be a before and after. Let's pull this up. A before and after. And I like this idea that Charda's got this symbol that's essentially his eye. Actually, maybe there's probably no point in putting it in a circle. I could probably just make it the whole circle. And he's got these banners in here. And the way these banners hang, you would actually think the horizon line actually wouldn't go up. It would actually come down. Oh, boy. Oh, bother. Then we have this one. This is another one where they're on their way down. So what we'll do is we'll have the spiral staircase on two different scenes. So let me label this so I can kind of keep up with what I'm doing. This spiral staircase, and I believe there's another one. Yeah, here's one. We'll make this yellow as well. So we got this one and this one. So I actually designed these staircases to put in the book. Funny enough. Funny or die. Then we have this one. Ooh, these guys and these guys. You know, it's funny. My mom ended up this weekend seeing some of my notes. Here's a good one. This is a really good one. Some of my notes. And let's see. Is this clean yet? I think this is ready to go. This is a finished page. I believe we're just going to keep this. I might be able to add a little bit more to this. Why don't we clean this up? Why don't we add a little bit of 5 minutes on this, huh? Might be nice to look at. I want to fill in this bottom area down here with what's happening up here. So let's do that. And then we got to make sure to put some, is she a fan of the notes? Oh, geez, this isn't in the right thing. Fujo Berry, you're such a saint. Because I sometimes don't have this lined up correctly and you just hang out. Did she like the notes? It appeared that she did, yeah. My mom used to be a little more, kind of like not very engaged about me making stuff. And she actually seemed to be pretty excited about this one, actually. Yeah. Well, she thought it was the full book at first, so I think she thought she was sitting down with it, and it was just a test print. All right, so this needs more detail. So we can just kind of come in here. That's what's nice about the 5 minutes. With 5 minutes, I can still add a lot to a page. I think this communicates that these are different panels. Actually, let's put something on here. Let's put some sort of border. We need to make this a larger thing. There we go. Oh, why did it do that? That's weird. We gotta go even bigger. Where are we at here? 3 minutes? Okay. Jeez, that's not gonna work. All right, let's delete these. Delete them. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened? There we go. Delete that. I guess we'll just have to go with the black. There we go. There we go, and then we'll do this one. There we go. Where we got? We got still 1 minute left. Okay, not bad. What can we do to improve this in 1 minute? Let's see. Let's just kind of keep putting texture on here. We got some of this. A little bit of this. Yeah, a little bit of this. All right, what do we got? 20 seconds. 20 seconds to spare. And pause that bad boy. Quit that. All right. So Oliver's helmet could need a little bit of work. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I'm looking at. I could just kind of keep working it, but we're not going to do that. All right. So then we got this drawing. This drawing came up last stream. I want to turn this into one panel. And yeah, let's go for it. Got a couple notes here. All right, let's start our 5 minutes. Oh, don't. Oh, looks like I'm freezing. How is the stream doing? It looks like the stream's doing okay. Let's look it up on YouTube. We got anybody over here on YouTube? Anybody in YouTube land checking us out? Yeah, we got one person in here. Yeah, Earthworm. Okay, and then we got this, and then let's move over to Twitch. Let's see what's going on. I assume that's where Fujo Bear is at. You can hear the echo. Good to see you, Fujo. I see you in here supporting. Respect. Okay, let's go back here. All right, so I got this panel. Gosh, you know what I should do? I should do a splat. I have these things called splats. Let's delete this. Got to get some house cleaning done, housekeeping. Then you have this panel. So I want to do something very interesting. I would say one thing that I've really loved doing with Conformity Farm is I try to be very odd about what I'm doing, if that makes sense. And to give you some more insight into what I mean, I'll show you with this drawing here. So if you look in here, this is Charda. Charda turns into a nice little chubby toad, a chode, if you will, once he gets into the mouth of Zeke, which is this giant snail here. But we know that Charda is actually a relatively athletic amphibian with some very strong legs, right? But he's got to change forms. And so what we have here is this scene where he pops his leg out. So it goes, and it's kind of an uncomfortable type of symbiotic relationship where he kind of lives inside of the mouth of Zeke. And that kind of makes Zeke a little uncomfortable too. But it's part of the process. It's kind of a weird situation. And what I'm saying is that a lot of the world admires beauty, which it should. Beauty is an incredible thing. It's one of the finer things of life that makes life better. But do I get my water? Charlie the cat, grab my water and bring it in here. She'll do it. Watch. Charlie the cat. Don't make me look like a liar. Charlie, she's probably just sleeping. What was I talking about? Oh, so I think with Conformity Farm, Charlie the cat is definitely the cutest cat. Ah, the poor girl, I left her here over the weekend, and she was pretty bummed out. Let me get my water. Hey, Charlie the key. These are snacks for you. She might come in here and visit us. So one thing I want to do with Conformity Farm is highlight ugly. I want things to be attractive most of the time, but I'm actually very interested in showing things in an ugly way, if that makes sense. And I think Charda leaving the jowls of Zeke is an example of that. So we'll go from him congratulating to him pulling himself out. So what we'll do is, why don't we actually open up another panel and try to organize this idea, kind of make a layout for it, so we can all see what I'm talking about too. That would help too. So we'd have this panel. I actually think there was some dialogue there. Did I throw that dialogue away? Oh, god damn it. I did, didn't I? Well, it'll be in the script. So then we have these two. And then this. Okay. So let's zoom out. And we have to find a way to organize this. I think the right way would be to do it this way. So what we could do is this panel. So let's make this a little bit smaller. This panel, and then this panel. So let's get them to be surprised and be like, oh, gee, that's cool. And then show them this panel. And then we'll do a close-up of our guy. So we'll do it in 4 panels. So we got this. This isn't bad. I actually like this. Okay, so then we go back to the cats like this, and they go like this. Okay, so then that shot back to the cats in their helmets actually kind of communicates for the viewer, knowing that the situation is kind of odd. It's the dead stare that they give, but they do that a lot. So I might play that out a little bit, but you know, I got to be careful. But I think up till now I haven't done that. And then yeah, so then we'll have the reaction from the characters. So we have the reactions from our cats. And then we have the reactions from Zeke from the close-up. So let's do this. This is actually kind of the way you would storyboard out a movie. And then what? We got this, and then he pops. Pop. So this would be following that last. It's probably hard to see what I'm doing. It's all right. I'll get this under control. Okay. We'll go like this. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels. So technically, if we say the last page is on the left-hand side. What is it, kitty? Oh, you're in your little box. There you go. Just hanging out. I appreciate you. So let's make sure this is centered so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. So we have to the left, we go, I've been waiting my whole life. And then he starts to get himself out, and it's this awkward series of pages. So I actually wouldn't mind if this took 2 pages to do. This, and then we could actually turn up this smaller drawing here. So we would go 1. Let's do it this way. Let's get some hard work done, huh? Gotta work. 1, 2. Actually, I'll use a different color so you guys can see what's going on. So we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that's too much for 1 page. So what we might do is 1, 2, 3, and this is 1 page. And then 1, 2, 3, and this is 1 page. That's not too bad. And that kind of sticks on par with what we've been doing creatively. Right, Kiki? No, these are mine. These little gummies that I got are in the same kind of container that her little snacks are in, so she thinks they're hers. All right. So we got 3. One, 2, 3. So let's merge all these together. You can get a little sloppy when you're working in the raw form. Merge them together. So then let's make this a page. Let's lay it out, huh? Let's give ourselves 5 minutes to lay this page out. So we'll say, okay, we need to have all this stuff in here. We actually have the pages for this, or the drawings for this. So let's start this. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? 3, where is, hey Kitty, where's my Jack Kirby layouts? Kitty, grab my Jack Kirby layouts, Kitty. You're really embarrassing me in front of everybody, Kitty. All right. I think this is gonna be a simple one. We could just go one. Wow, we really want that to be black, but yeah, let's change that to black. Gotta stay in the black and white. Bam. Oh, you know what? Let's do this on a different layer. So we would say bam, bam, bam. Like this. And actually, I would assume the middle panel maybe doesn't necessarily need to be as big as the other two. So we might actually go more like, let's resize this. I'll make sure I got all the dialogue that I need to. Come on. There we go. Gonna have to zoom out so y'all can see what I'm doing. Something like this. And then what we'll do is we'll take this layer. Why don't we make this like this big? There we go. And so we'll actually give space to these other two and allow them to be bigger. Let's get another layer for that. Drop the opacity so you can keep track of what we got going on. And we would say this is a page unto itself, right? So, whoops. and then we have this one. And then you have this middle guy here. So why don't we just go ahead and create something for him. Like this. And we'll just do something like that. Whoops. Let's do it like that. Is that right? Okay. And then we'll try one more. Like this. There we go. And then go ahead and drop the opacity of this. Like this. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. And we'll go like, oh, like this. And maybe something like this. All right, let's merge these up. This probably takes way longer than it needs to, but this is where we're at. Is this the splat? This is not a splat. This is me breaking down. This would be doing layouts. This is a layout. Splats help me kind of keep things organized, but I think we might be in a situation where splats, they take a long time to assemble, so I don't know if there really is much of a benefit. Okay, so then we would go like this. Fujo, you ask the best questions. You really do. All right, here. And then, oh, this doesn't give us what we need. So we got to come in here. I assume people in the comic industry have these types of things all taken care of. They don't have to do this stuff. There we are. Okay, so there we are. So let's fit our drawings in here. So we do got this. Oh, here it is. So we would go with this one needs to go here. So we're going to do something like this once we figure out exactly where the lines are. This one's a wide. No, we didn't make it in 5 minutes. I forgot I was even on a timer, honestly. Maybe we could do something like this. Maybe a shadow. So this is just cut to a wide shot. And then the next one is the one where he's squeezing himself out. So it would have to be the top of this one. Man, I sweat on these streams. But, you know, once it gets cold out, we'll be all right. This will be an interesting one. So we're doing layouts. Okay, there we go. And then that's the layout. So it took a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but it's a pretty important portion of the work. So this is what this page is going to look like. So we'll go from, I guess we can merge these together. No, let's make them a color that I'm not using. Probably green, seafoam. So we're going from this page to the page. So we go from this page to this page to this page, which we're about to do. All right, stream check. What do we got? We got anybody? Oh, we got a new person on Twitch. And what do we got here? And we're still the same on YouTube. Okay. All right. So 5 minutes per panel, or should we do 5 minutes for all the panels? What do you guys think? Huh? What do you guys think? It's a muscle that I have to develop. Well, no, I don't have to develop, but it's a muscle. And so the more I kind of go in, do my workouts, and then come out, I get stronger. I build endurance, things like that. Oh, wow. What a time to try to call me. I try to tell as few people as possible about the streams. And some people want to talk to me during the streams. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? Is it possible to do all 3 in 5 minutes? You want to give it a shot? Yeah, let's go for it. 5 minutes it is. Let me put some music in my ear that might give me a little bit of a groove, huh? What's the kind of music that would really... Or it could be the cross-examination of Nancy Brophy, which is maybe one of my favorite things to listen to as of now. 2 minutes a page? I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep hitting the timer until it's done. But I think that's the right philosophy to help get through this process. So, okay, let's do it. Whew. The kitty's sleeping. It's not a bad time. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, and go for it. Actually, let's take this. It's not a good start. Do we decide to do 5 or 4 fingers? Gosh, I keep forgetting. What if his clothes just kind of stay crunched up while he's in there? Okay. Let's clean some of this off. Oh boy, we're not even close, huh? Okay, 5 minutes wasn't even close to what we'll need, but let's go for it again. Another 5 minutes, huh? Oh my goodness. And then probably would be better to put another layer underneath that's just dark. No, let's start with this guy. That's not how we're going to do this. So really, all we want is this, this black in the center. There we go. Should probably get one here too. Cool. All right, let's keep pushing in there. Bob 2. I can't wait to see Bob 3 come through. Bob 3. All right. Let's keep moving with this, though. We're about to hit the timer, but that's okay. Let's do another one. We're getting close, though. Let's just keep putting texture on this character. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Okay. All right, all right, all right. We're making a thing. What do we got here? A minute and a half? All right, let's get in here and get some details in here, huh? Where are we at here? A minute. We got a minute left. Dang. Dang, I still got to do another 5 minutes. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, gotta start that timer. Sorry about that. This might be enough, though. Well, let's get into this palm. We're at 2.5 minutes. Okay. I can clean this up. Wow, we can really carve this stuff out. It's not Kim Jong-gi, but it still can be done. Oh, goodness. All right, let's get a little bit of clarity on here. With these teeth, people might look at this and go, what am I looking at? All right. That's enough. All right, let's put this in our page. Take a look at what we got. Really, that hand is what needed to get done. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay. There's some words on her, but we ain't gonna get in there. I wonder if we could do a whole black around it. We'll figure something out. Okay, here's an interesting thing. Look at this. This is such an, just a very simple drawing. Kiki, happy I'm back, aren't you, Kiki? You baby, I'm back, huh? You miss your human. I love that cat. Cats are awesome. Very simple. Yeah, it is very simple. So this is a wide shot though. So let's take a look at a reference to kind of see if we can get a reference point on what that scene should look like. Very, very simple. And we're gonna get this did in 5 minutes. Okay, so it's pretty simple. All right, we'll separate them a little bit though. All right. Drop the opacity. Start our time. Start our timer. And so we got Interesting. How can we make this scene a little bit weirder, huh? Maybe some sort of weird noise. What's a weird noise like? Ball. Yeah, I don't know if that's effective. Lots of slushing. Yeah, slushing. Ooh. Okay, let's see how close this gets us on this panel. I guess we could just call these 5-minute comb throughs. Not bad, not bad. All right, now let's get this bottom one. All right, let's put the 5-minuter on. 5-minuter. Fujo Bear, as a loyal viewer, you should select the next drawing. Have any ideas? A topic you'd like me to draw? Because there's still plenty of work. I could probably jump into any type of scene. Go ahead and think about it. Timer started. Meow. How important is that cover fix, honestly? Oh, that's a good question. It's pretty important. Do you want me to pull out the cover? I do got to clean up the cover still. Yeah. You like watching the cover? That's cool. I'll do the cover. So let's make this one kind of a weird one. Aw. Bob, I'm pretty good. How you doing, Bob? The layers got merged that time and didn't get fixed. Oh, wow, you remember that. Yeah. I'm pretty good. And like you said, the cover is what people are going to see. That's true. All right, yeah. After this page, let's pull out the cover and get it all cleaned up, huh? Cuz really, I might be at a good time to do another test print. It'll take a while to do, but not that long. Where are we at here? Oh, yeah, let's start this timer. Bob 3. Where's Bob 3? I only see Bob 2. How'd you get Bob and Bob 2? Ooh, this would be funny. Make it kind of weird. Bob 3 coming soon. Almost at stream 150. Wow, we might be at 150. Some of them are duplicates. Okay, not bad. Bam. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put it away. All right, not too bad. We got a whole freaking page done in what? An hour and a half? That's not bad. I mean, it's not done, but they're pretty close. Let's do it. Let's just keep it together. And then this is the next one. And then the next one we'll do will be, well, actually it's not this one. It's, or was it? What was the splat? I actually made a splat for this. What was the splat? It was 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then we got, yeah, so we're missing one, which is this panel. Okay. Thanks, Fujo Bear. That's very kind. Let's delete this. Don't save. Now let's open up this, let's open up this cover. Okay, let's find this cover. Have we got the cover here? No, I think the cover is actually in another file. All right, let's get to it. I don't think we can do these in 5-minute strokes. But I think I can work on this cover until the end of the stream, honestly. Fujo Bear remembered everything about it, too. Pretty impressive. What got merged together? Whoa, whoa, really asking the serious questions. What got merged together was this area down here. So what we could do... I don't know if it's that important to get this part done, though. Let's go up here. I'm also interested if this back portion will get printed at a high quality. So actually, for a Monday, it might be nice for us to send in for a test print. Yeah, let's just get in here and clean it up, huh? Little by little. W test print. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's get ourselves to a nice test print. Probably would need maybe a little bit more work before the next test print. Because we know it's not ready. But we are very close. Do you save all the test prints even from the first book? No, I start throwing things away, but I probably do have them actually, but I'm not saving them on purpose. I've showed you the one test print, right? The most recent one, the one I took home to show to my mom. So here's the interesting part, is that with the test print, we actually don't go that much farther beneath Jammer and Oliver. Now the reason why I draw past those parts is because, the reason why I draw them is so that I have, what up my dogs, Gray Fox in the stream. Welcome Gray Fox. Yeah, so I do it so that when I do print, I don't have to move backwards. But for now, I'm going to kind of focus on the top areas here. I know it's a little blown out for you guys. But the top areas here, I want to clarify the text a little bit more. And then this part right here needs to be cleaned up. But yeah. Thanks, Key. Thanks, little Key. What up, dogs in the D-Hassies? Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's find something. What are you guys listening to? Let me listen to the stream and make sure everything's... It's such a delay. I feel like it's almost like a minute delay on here. But whatever. Didn't know it got cut off. That worked. So that works. I mean, it kind of does, but we don't know where we'll be by then. So we might need that area. So we don't, you know, let's not underestimate it. But for now, let's pay attention to the text over here. We also have our mud pillow army that we built during our very famous stream where I read the whole book. And then that kind of runs into these characters over here. We just want to keep it so that the text is able to kind of hang out. So I don't know exactly what we'll do here. Let's just kind of clean it up from over here. Yeah, this is cleaned up line work wise. We didn't do enough with Dear God, in my opinion, over here. We might want to bring someone over for this. I'm very interested to see if this actually prints well, because that's a lot of detail. And I'm worried that the printer is not going to be able to do it. But that's why the test prints are important. So that honestly would be worth it for the test print itself. Then we have Aries' cat here. Aries, he's a regular on the stream. Where's my... There we go. So we don't need to get into the weeds over here. We're going to keep whatever we got over here. So let's maybe get rid of some of this. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this cat. Cool looking cat, but we gotta just keep cutting because we gotta get to the end. The end is nigh. Okay, whoops. So maybe do something with Oliver here. Oliver's kind of got these longer arms that aren't really the way her arms go. I even gave her like a forearm here. Not very clear at all. Very dark. So maybe what we'll do here is put her in some clothes right here, and then we'll JobBot, do some stuff, work with JobBot here. And actually, let's put some more detail into that. Not too bad. JobBot's killing it. Boy, there's a lot of rough parts in here. I'm gonna have to go over this. Okay, so if you had the opportunity to do a crossover with Conformity Farm Universe, who would you collaborate with? Do you guys want to hear an idea I had of recently? You know, Gray Fox, you're onto something. First off, to answer your question, pretty much nobody. I think the Conformity Farm should just stay in its own lane. I'm sure some sort of collaboration. You know, I might collaborate with Gigapets and make a mud pillow Gigapet. I would consider that, depending on who had the Gigapets license and how they wanted to negotiate that. But I don't know, Squishmallows. I think that's who I would collaborate with. I wouldn't collaborate with universes. But I do have one idea that I really like for Conformity Farm. I like the idea. So this isn't the last Mud Pillows book, but I do, as a creative person, need to take a break and do something different. I've been doing this for 4 years. It's way too long. I mean, it's not too long. It's just a long time. And I did other stuff. It's not like all this was all I did. I also took jobs. You know, when you do things, and here's another thing, if you guys want to learn from me, whatever your motivation is whenever you watch these streams, sometimes people will DM me and they generally have conversations about, you know, doing something similar to what I'm doing. And hey, listen, I'm all about it. I got nothing to hide. Well, that's not true. I got things to hide, but Gigapets would be interesting. Yeah, I think Gigapets would be good. Squishmallows would probably be a good company to do it with. I don't know who that is. Spin Master? Who owns Squishmallows? I don't know. Hell, it might be Hasbro or Mattel. But because it would be good. Gigapets would be good because they still do black and white virtual pets, which would work with Gigapets or would work with Mud Pillows. So I was thinking about bringing Abraham Lincoln into the Conformity Farm universe. And I was thinking about doing a story about Abraham Lincoln that was completely made up, but just have Abraham Lincoln be the main character. But do it in my art style inside of the Conformity Farm universe, where Abraham Lincoln is just kind of like a standalone human being inside of the Conformity Farm universe. I like it. I think Abraham Lincoln is worthy of this type of stuff. It's also, he's a historical person, so it's all public domain. I know they did Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, which I never watched that. I wonder if we could watch that. Do you guys want to watch that? Do you guys mind if I take a little bit of a break? I've been going pretty hard for about 2 hours now, so I'm gonna take a bit of a break. Let's check out. Have you guys seen Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer? Vampire Hunter. Oh, they have the whole movie? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Looks like people are hosting it. Let's see the trailer. So let's see if we can get another page on here. Yeah, I'm just a little tired. It was a rough weekend. Now, this might get my channel flagged, but we'll see what happens. Or the video flag. It doesn't flag the channel. Let's see what we got here. Cool. I think Tim Burton did this. Yeah, Tim Burton. Well, he produced it, so he was just attached to it, really. Cool. Did they have the Washington Monument back then? Cool. You know, Conformity Farm loves large battle scenes. So it's just Abraham Lincoln hunting vampires, I guess. Cool. All right. Interesting enough. So yeah, I like that idea. It was an idea I had just very recently. I like the idea. I'll let the idea like ping around in my head for a little bit and see how it goes. There's a couple things that could happen for the next project, or I could just start making movies, and not. Maybe I could start with short movies and do short animations and not do any more graphic novels for a little while. I don't know. Yes, delete that. Yes. All right. Well, that's not much of a break. What's going on in the world? What was I saying earlier? Space Cats and Abraham Lincoln demolishing Mud Pillows, or the Mud Pillows and Abraham Lincoln team up, maybe. Maybe Abraham Lincoln gets infected with mud. Huh? Huh? I don't know. It's all on the table. Kind of have to audition it, see how we like it, you know. what do we got here? So we're at 45 minutes. Let's take a few minutes off. What's new in the news? What's in the news? In the news, P. Diddy is in prison, or he's in jail, awaiting trial. On what are P. Diddy's charges exactly? I think it's racketeering, human trafficking. That's the one that's going to be really tough on him. Human trafficking. It says help is available. That's not the right way to search this. We would say P. Diddy charges. What a famous person, too, for all this to happen. I never really thought they'd get him, honestly. Sean Combs charged in Manhattan federal court with sex trafficking and other federal offenses. I guess I could show you guys what we're looking at here. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So Sean Combs charged in Manhattan federal court with sex trafficking and other federal charges. As alleged in the indictment, for years, Sean used the business empire he controlled to sexually abuse and exploit women. Oh, God. As well as to commit other acts of violence and obstruction of justice. Today he is charged with racketeering. See, racketeering is an interesting one because that's a very broad one, but very serious. You could do a whole lifetime, I think, for racketeering. Sex trafficking offense, which is pretty awful. I'm interested to see what evidence they have of that. If you've ever been victim of Combs' alleged abuse, or if you know anything about his alleged crimes, we urge you to come forward. This investigation is far from over. Well, that's actually kind of a red flag. The investigation's far from over. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what the details are of this. Racketeering. Racketeering. Define racketeering. A pattern of illegal activity that are carried out by a criminal enterprise to make money. So what they're saying is his business is illegal because he's doing human trafficking as a part of his business. I think that might be what they're thinking. I don't really know, though. So yeah, then there's that. There's that in the news. What else is in the news? Oh, they killed 500 people in Lebanon. Great. That's pretty awful. Yeah, that's a tough one. And then you got stuff in the election and stuff. Well, I guess that's really what makes the news. P. Diddy teaming up with Mud Pillows. I don't know if P. Diddy would be a good merger of brands, if you will. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that. I don't think P. Diddy is Conformity Farm material. I always thought P. Diddy was kind of odd, honestly. Not to well, how would you say it? Not to jump on the bandwagon or anything, but I always just thought he was kind of odd. He was always wearing sunglasses and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, armed with baby oil space blasters. You know what would be interesting? You could probably do P. Diddy as a short animation, like a Meat Canyon kind of thing, like a short animated thing about P. Diddy. But I don't really have a strong feeling about the entire thing. Actually, let's start a timer for my break, because otherwise I'll just sit here and yammer all day. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm going to tell a story or do something, I have to have a lot of conviction behind what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's too difficult to finish a project that you don't care anything about. So even though the P. Diddy thing is interesting because it's so sensationalized, what a wildly famous person who put himself on as many things as he possibly could and was very good at it, and represented a culture that really elevated him for a long time. Because I guess kind of the way that I look at it is it's not illegal to have gay orgies. So can I even say that online? I don't even know. I need to be careful. Right, Key? Right, Key? She's sleeping in a basket. Yeah, so I'll let that play out. I don't know enough about it. But I said it earlier on the stream though. P. Diddy shot somebody in a nightclub once, and he was in a serious trouble for that. And he hired this criminal defense attorney, Benjamin Braffman. He's very famous for being a very effective criminal defense attorney. And he actually got P. Diddy off. People literally saw him raise a gun and shoot at somebody. I think he killed someone, didn't he? What were P. Diddy's first charges? Let's see, his nightclub case, if you will. Yeah, his nightclub case. 1999 shooting attempted. Woman who claimed... Oh, P. Diddy shot her in the face. Why the 1999 shooting where Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were arrested has new attention. Well, yeah, obviously. Woman said that P. Diddy shot her in the face, and he got off. So the dude shot someone in the face. What? She didn't die. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild. Criminal defense is really interesting to me. Yeah, so we'll work some more on this cover. Kind of pull out these details. Probably pay attention to our big guys more. And then I'll come around the side. And it would be good to get a real nice layer here. But some of this stuff will be in... I'll have to cut up, I think. And maybe bring something else in. Alright, I'm done with my break. Alright, let's get in here. Let's get in here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go get some orange juice. I'll be right back, y'all. Alright, I made myself a drink. It's scary how someone can have so much money that they can get away with so many things. Karma's catching up. Yeah, we're just in a different era. People used to be able to control the narrative publicly, and social media has more influence over communication lines than mainstream media. And now the mainstream media is kind of Facebook and stuff like that now. How's our song doing? Make sure we're doing good. Okay, good. I say, where are we at here? This thing is like behind by like a lot. What is this? Because I think I stepped. I don't think I've looked at this since. Meh, whatever. Noel, 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 Noel. You know what? Maybe for my breaks, what I should do is I should play Civilization or something. Isn't that what you kids like? Me playing video games? If you didn't want to do the cover today, that's fine. It does seem like I don't want to do it. No. It's okay. No, well. No, it's just a Monday. Just got a case of the Mondays, that's all. Oops. Not bad, not bad. Kind of get in there and get some job bot work done. Did you get a haircut recently? Plenty what do we say? If you didn't want to do the cover, plenty of other 5-minute pages to work on. That's true. That's true. But the cover it's a big deal. I did get a haircut. Yes. Not ready to leave the party life yet. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Not ready to leave the party life? Who are you talking to? Here we go. I knew there was something different. Looks good. Thanks. Oh, I thought you just got back from a vacation. That's why. Oh, no, no, no. It was a wedding. I went back to my hometown, and an old friend of mine had gotten married, and I was there to celebrate. Though it was definitely a party. I don't know if I'll ever completely leave the party life. But no, I don't necessarily go on vacations to party. I party with people that I love. People I want to be around. I generally don't party with strangers for the sake of it. It happens. I mean, it's not never, but mostly yeah, it's not my thing. Okay, so that works pretty well. Let's try to do something and put some trousers on Oliver. That would work, I think. Also, this book doesn't really open up for... Well, I think the mud pillows... I was going to say, because I don't want to make this just for boys. And I think the mud pillows kind of open it up for girls, possibly. We definitely know mud pillows know how to party. That's awesome. Living life in the fast lane. Is that the fast lane? I don't know. Life in the fast lane. What is life in the fast lane? I gotta know now. I'm looking it up. What? What does living in the fast lane mean? Living in the fast lane is an idiom that refers to a lifestyle that is exciting, full of activity, and successful, but can also be stressful or dangerous. That's pretty good. Yeah, I guess I do live in the fast lane in some ways. I'd like it to be more exciting, honestly. If I'm not lying, I think my life's going to get far more exciting in the next few years. Because I allowed my life to get very, kind of boring, you know? No. Life in the fast lane. Surely you can lose your mind. Life in the fast lane. Not too bad. Oh, what did we do there? I thought I was doing something else. Yeah, we might as well just get in here and get this work done. Oh, and then we got Charta right here. Oops. Oh, look at that. Man, we might have to cut cut Charter off the cover. I feel like he's not really popping out enough. Wonder if there's something here we could put. You work so much, you definitely deserve a vacation. Thank you very much. But these streams aren't that long. It's not like I work too hard. I'm all right. Well, the thing is, I had to drive the whole way. There was a lot of driving, so it wasn't that much of a vacation. See you later, Bob, too. I almost feel like it's pointless to put this even in here, because I'm not sure that it really communicates enough. It's not super compelling. I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'll just get in here a little bit, huh? Interesting. Stream is freezing up a bit. Oh no. Wonder what that's about. It actually says everything's looking good. My work face is the worst. When I look at myself working, I just like get all grumpy and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the stream stuff is alright for the most part. There we go. Must just been a spike. All good. Okay, cool. Yeah, because when I was looking at it, it looked fine. And there's nothing else on my internet, so. All right, a little more snacky snacks. Let's take a look at what we got here. Let's pull back. Well, let's make sure we clean this up to look good. The problem is the resolution starts to drop off with some of these when I move them around. Make them a lot larger, and that reads through. It's a problem with the first book too, but by the third book we won't have that problem at all, I don't think. I was thinking about changing the name of the book to Mud Pillows versus Space Cats. Let's see what that looks like. So we got this here. So let's grab some text. We'll say Mud pillows, and then make this a little bit bigger, and then versus Mud's Pillows versus Space Cats. So we want a little bit of a bolder text than that. Let's try something different. Mud Pillows versus Space Cats. Yeah, that's not a bad font, actually. Yeah, and then we could kind of go this way. I actually kind of like this one. Ooh, let's keep it. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so let's center everything. See how it comes out. No, it still didn't work. Well, let's make it a little bit bigger. Oops. No, that didn't work. I'm always having a tough time with vectors. Vectors don't make as much sense to me. Where's the... There you are. Convert to smart objects so that we can rasterize it. Rasterize label. There we go. And once it's rasterized, we can do something like this. Mud Pillows versus Space Cats. Okay. Let's see what this looks like as a cover. Okay, not bad. I almost feel like the verses is too big. What was that other one? It was What do you think, Fujo Bear? What do you think of this new title idea? What is it? Maybe we could do something with the compared to the first book. What do you mean? Well, the one title I have right now is Bad Science. Have you, Fujo Bear, have you read the first book yet? Let's see how they do it over here. So maybe versus. Oh, you have one? Cool. This might be pretty good, but I actually think the extra like detail in the lettering is actually too much, because I think the concept of what's in the words is too much to try to communicate that. So let's try a different one. Let's try another one. Do the same thing. Mud pillows versus space cats. Yeah. And we'll go let's just do a really bold like this one. Which one is it? That one or... To think you would change the cover this late into is very interesting. Yeah, and it's a big choice too. Mud pillows versus space cats. There's a little bit more to that decision than you think. Because I think there's going to have to be a version of the book that isn't two books where I combine the two books. And so this is definitely for that next cover. I don't think I would do that for the cover and for the book that's coming out very close. To know. Okay. Where are we at here? All right. And let's go here. So we got this one. Life in the fast lane. I wonder if there's a more up-to-date text over here. I don't really know. I don't really like this T, but I don't know if this is done correctly. Yeah, I try not to give too much out, but I think at this point in the stream, it's not like very many people are watching this stuff. And I think by the time these things get watched, it'll already be out there. Where are we for the title? Text. Here we go. I see. And I wonder if there's anything to bring in here. This looks about the same, honestly. Ugh. Life in the fast lane. Yeah, it's basically the same. Don't really have to do anything with it then. And when we got this, yeah. So let's get off the cover for a little bit. Let's get into some of the book. Into the book itself. The book itself. You know. You know me, it's the book itself. It's quite a book. Just a book. Okay, so I'm just a book, just a hard-working book. Just a hard-working book. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for hanging out on the streams. It's very beneficial. Yeah, and I hope you can do something with the stickers. If not, just give them to people or something, or use them as graffiti. Okay. So we moved forward with this one. This actually turned into a pretty good page. I think that middle one is gonna need some more work, but let's leave it where it's at for now. This one, this one. Did anybody get back to me? No, I guess not. Snacky, snacky. Snacky, 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 snack. You're probably right. Might be time for the 5-minute exercise. So then we go, superiors recognize superiors. That's actually a nod to the line from Tupac, real recognizes real. Then they actually get digested into it. Have you had a chance to read the book yet? Sounds like you haven't had a chance yet. So we got this one. This one. Because if you do, you'd actually learn that I'm actually doing part of that book right now. That's the funny part. I'm actually doing book 1 at the moment. Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? Oh, there we go. We got this and that. Yeah, we're going to have to get into these. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we got a lot of pages here. This is kind of interesting. So this is Charta coming into this area. I might as well just keep going with 5 minutes in here. Oof. This is really hard work. It really is. It's very hard work. The level of mental focus it takes is a lot. Superiors recognize superiors. And this is them getting back in there. This is another panel for the angle of the drawing. I think we already took care of this one. Almost. Okay. So this is actually in book 1. This is part of book 1. So I'm not even just doing book 2. I'm actually updating book 1 as well. That's what I was thinking about, just putting it all together as one book. Ah, this is a funny panel. Don't be silly. That would be dangerous. Ooh, this is a good one. I might have to sort out some of this dialogue. And then we got this one. So then we come downstairs. This is where the stream started, was actually on this panel. We got this one. Okay, so then we got him over here. What we need is one of them at dinner. So there's a conversation with them at dinner. And then... yeah, it is all new. For sure. Okay, so we're probably looking at a significant number of pages. Let's take a look at what we got here on this part. Is this him at dinner? Okay. Okay, so he takes him to the lab, and then after the lab, they take him to the spiraling staircase. Interesting. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some writing. So I'll be back. I'll be streaming in a little bit, but I'm gonna go sit down and really kind of flesh this out. Make sure I have everything I need for chapter 1. And then what I think I can do is I can use this kind of 5-minute therapy, and it probably will take about 6 to 8 hours. So before I do that kind of work, I mean, that's a whole work day, and then I'll probably work even past that. I just want to make sure that I have everything that I need for this opening scene, and I haven't done that yet. What I've done is written some stuff that works really well and that I like, and I'm moving forward with it, but I need to really codify it. I need to really get it tightened up. So I'm going to go sit down at my dinner table, actually, my kitchen table, my dinner table, and do that. And then I'll probably pull a couple of references. And then once I have that filed up for this next set of drawings, I'll come back on live stream and I'll just do everything in 5-minute increments. And let's see how far I can go until I'm too exhausted mentally from it. Where did we go? This is almost a 3-hour stream. Not too bad. I think I lollygagged for probably about 20 minutes. So about 2 hours of work. So I'll be back. We're going to do some more work. We're going to keep working through this until it's done. So once again, thanks for hanging out. See you all around. Be good, and be good to the